Embracing your anxiety will ultimately free you. And I had this thought in my mind that when I was going through the seasons of my life with anxiety, and obviously at that time I didn't actually have the right information when it came to anxiety disorder. I was going throughout life battling my anxiety, resisting it, fearing it. But instead of course, the normal response to anxiety is to hide away, I would try to literally fight through it. I would just allow myself to feel, it's sort of hard to explain. I wasn't dealing with it properly, and I was just trying to get through it. I was fighting through each day, just trying to make it out, alive. When it really, anxiety gives you the illusion that you're not safe, that you're not secure when you really are. And I had this thought in my mind, guys. Embracing your anxiety allows you to stop fighting the losing battle, because that's really what it is. When you fight your anxiety, you are fighting a losing battle. There will always be more anxiety. There will always be more stress hormone. There will always be, this world provides a constant stream of stressors to stress you out. But once you truly understand the mechanics of anxiety, when you actually go throughout your life and you feel these intense, uncomfortable bodily sensations, these distressing bodily sensations and the psychological sensations, you simply allow them to be there without judgment. You practice a state of mindfulness towards your anxious sensations. And why this is crucial is, as I said, you surrender the unfightable war. You cannot fight your anxiety. Of course you can. If you want short-term relief, and if you're happy, I don't think I know anyone who would be happy dealing with anxiety their entire life. I think a lot of it, guys, is knowing that once you demystify the anxiety, just to segue onto this, demystifying it truly allows you to unlock stripping your fear away from fear itself. Claire Weeks talks about this from the book Hope and Help for Your Nerves. She mentions the first and second fear. So if you could imagine your first fear, where the intense bodily sensation comes, and of course the second fear is your fear. You fear the intense bodily sensations, and this is where panic attacks come from. Briefly, let me talk to you about my last panic attack. And I haven't had really any panic attacks since. Of course, I've had anxiety. Of course, I've had days where I've just been difficult things have happened, but that's really the nature of life. I've been overwhelmed, but I haven't had a panic attack for about 3-4 months. And I was doing a bit of plumbing work with a family friend, and this is no blame to him, of course not. But he was we were going in and outside this person's house. Obviously, he was servicing a boiler, and he asked me to go to the van, his van, to get some tool. But he never showed me what the tool was or what equipment he needed. And so I was scrambling. I was trying to look. I was like, what does so-and-so look like? And I brought it out, and it was the wrong thing. And I could clearly see that he was getting frustrated, and seeing him get frustrated, and then the fear that came, and then my fear added onto it, triggered a panic attack, and I completely shut down. And I remember sitting in that van. He told me to sit in the van, just calm down. And I allowed every single bodily sensation to come over me. I said, anxiety, do your worst. Do your worst. Because once you start, how can I explain it? This is truly the fundamental aspect of accepting anxiety, but really going to sort of the extreme of trying to make your anxiety worse. I know that sounds crazy, but I'll quote Barry McDonough when he says, from Day Anxiety, check him out, he's fantastic. It's once you demand more of the fear, it shatters the illusion that the fear holds of you. How incredible is that we can actually feel anxiety and continue our lives anyway. And once we do that, we teach our nervous system that there is no threat, instead of continually fighting against anxiety and trying to prove to... We stop the losing battle. We stop the unfightable war. And as Claire Weeks says, if we are determined to go to the other side of fear, to allow fear to be there, to carry on, to float, to tolerate, for it to, pass on its own, on the other side we find peace. It's incredible. This has truly transformed my life when it comes to anxiety. I've struggled with anxiety for 9 years. I'm 18, so it's half my life. But for anyone who is going through anxiety, there is hope. But not coping strategies, not false hope, but no, practical information out there. It's taken me a while to find it, because this information doesn't seem to be mainstream, which I find horrific, because there are people out there who have suffered with anxiety for the longest amount of time. I know a gentleman in my church, obviously I won't say his name for privacy reasons, but I love him. He's now 60, 65, and he had his first panic attack when he was in his 20s, and he's had anxiety since. And he went into alcoholism and many other things, and it destroyed his life. And so this information is crucial, not only to the well-being of people, to truly the livelihoods of individuals. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please put a like on it. Please comment your thoughts on this video, and make sure to subscribe to push this message further. So guys, I appreciate everyone who listened to the end, and hope this information helps, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. God bless and peace out.